Now in 4 News Now at 6, a tragic end for a beloved pet and a Coeur d'Alene kennel now closed. We'll explain if the owner of that kennel could face criminal charges.
Get ready for a sunnier and hotter Wednesday. Plus, I'm tracking a major warm-up on the way. I'll show you when the next heat wave is expected to arrive in your First Alert forecast.
And a major construction project will soon begin at One Spokane Dog Park. How long High Bridge Park will be closed for and what upgrades are on the way coming up tonight at 6:30. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
I mean, she was very much a part of the family. She was my 17-year-old's dog.
A local dog owner is dealing with the loss of her pet, and she believes a kennel didn't take proper care of her dog during the recent heat wave. Coeur d'Alene Police and Animal Control are investigating Faithful Canine Trainer for neglect and abuse. Animal Control says its investigation may include criminal charges. Our Derek Strom tells us how the owner is dealing with the loss of her pet.
The Coeur d'Alene Police Department is investigating a local dog trainer for neglect and abuse, and Animal Control has already revoked their license. But for one local dog owner, that investigation comes just a little too late.
Faithful Canine Trainer in Coeur d'Alene is closed after one dog owner says it didn't take proper care of her pet during a recent heat wave. Tiffany Price Eddington says she's taken her dogs to Faithful Canine around a dozen times and didn't have any issues until a couple weeks ago. She says she dropped off her dogs on the 18th because she had to leave town to see her mother-in-law who was passing. When she got back 2 days later, she knew immediately that something was wrong with her 13-year-old chocolate lab, Bellatrix.
She made it past the doors, and then my husband had to pick her up and put her in the car. I paid for the service, got in the car, blasted the air conditioning because I knew she was hot, and I knew she was going.
Price Eddington says Bellatrix passed away just a few hours later. She says she didn't get any communication from Faithful Canine that her pets were struggling with the heat. That's when she reached out to police and Animal Control about what happened.
In hindsight, I'm mad because they didn't call us. They didn't let us know that Belle was in distress. There was nothing. We didn't find out anything until it was too late.
During the investigation, Coeur d'Alene police say they found several concerning issues at the kennel, and when they weren't fixed, police were concerned for the welfare of the animals that were still there. Animal Control then revoked Faithful Canine's license, and all of the animals left were safely taken away.
For her to get sick and pass away in 2 days, I don't know what happened. I want to know what the circumstances were because it was only 2 days.
In Coeur d'Alene, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, Allison Martinez joins us now in for Chris Crocker. And Allison, you're tracking a pretty major heat wave coming up right around the corner here.
Yeah, we said bye to those 100s, but not for too long. They're returning this weekend. It's going to be a hot one. We even have the potential to break some records. But in the meantime, we've had a little bit of a break. We had some rain yesterday and this morning, leaving us with some clouds. Helped to give a little bit of relief from the heat today. I know it was a gorgeous day. Soaked up that extra time walking outside. Now, here's our Doppler radar. You can see some of those remnants of the rain in our region around Coeur d'Alene, a little bit more up north. We still have a little bit of rain there, but once the sun sets, that moisture will be gone, and so will a lot of those clouds that we're seeing here. Now, we do have an excessive heat warning that is in place this weekend. This is the next big thing that we're forecasting, so we want to give you as much of a heads up as possible. The entire area shaded in red on your screen will be under that warning. We're expecting temperatures in the 100s. Like I said, even having the potential to break some records here. So this is Friday afternoon through Saturday night. Now, 4 things to know about your weather. We will be warmer tomorrow, and then our heat wave officially enters the picture on Thursday. We've got more hot and dry weather in store for the weekend, and then we'll be in the 100s. For our temperatures right now, we're a little bit more comfortable than that. We're sitting at 70 degrees in Sandpoint, 76 over in Coeur d'Alene, 66 degrees at Lookout Pass. Over in Washington, we're at 84 in Spokane, 84 in Ritzville, and 88 degrees in Moses Lake. For your day tomorrow, we're heating up. It's our last taste of temperatures in the 80s, so definitely get all of your errands, anything you need to do outside done now because we've got some hot temperatures on the way. We're starting off the day at 50. 59 degrees with a little bit of clouds in the sky, and then we'll clear up and warm up and hitting 80 degrees by around 2 p.m. and it's going to be a hot, hot day.
All right, Allison, thanks so much. We are continuing to track several wildfires burning in our area. Fire crews are starting to get a handle of the Gwen fire burning east of Lewiston. Idaho Department of Land says the fire is now 10% contained. It's burned about 45 square miles so far between Latah and Nez Perce counties. All evacuation levels in Nez Perce County have been downgraded to level 1. One lane remains closed on northbound Highway 195 as crews finish putting out the Mullen Hill fire burning near South Mullen Road. No word yet on when the highway will be completely reopened. Right now, close to 500 people are battling the Sewilla fire burning northwest of Spokane in Ferry County and the Colville Reservation near Grand Coulee. Fire crews say it's now 45% contained. The command chief saying the weather yesterday played a major factor in getting a handle on this fire.
Things are looking really good. The weather, as you've seen, we've had a little bit of cloud cover. We've had a few showers the last couple days, which really allowed our firefighters to get in on this fire, get some of those control lines put in, and now it's just mopping up some of those sections and getting this fire put to bed.
Now, we'll be keeping a close eye on these fires, so be sure to download the KXLY app and turn on push notifications to get important updates sent straight to your phone. In our For the People coverage tonight, Spokane County Fire District 9 has a maintenance and operations levy on the primary election ballot. Fire District 9 covers parts of North Spokane and North Spokane County, including 5 Mile Prairie, Fairwood, Meade, and 9 Mile Falls. Marissa Rio tells us how much the levy will cost taxpayers if it's approved.
As Fire District 9's call volume increases every year, the fire chief says this maintenance and operation levy is needed in order to maintain the level of services they provide to the community. And this levy isn't a new tax.
It's been in place for 28 years. It's at the end of 2024, it's going to be, reaching its life cycle, and we're asking voters to consider renewing that levy for another 3 years.
But what will this cost taxpayers? This levy is asking for $1.47 per $1,000 of assessed property value in 2025. That number increases by a penny in 2026 and again in 2027. That means if you live in a home estimated at $400,000, you'll pay $588 in 2025. The current levy, which expires at the end of the year, costs taxpayers $1.29 per $1,000 of assessed property value. That means if the maintenance and operation levy is approved, taxpayers would be paying $72 more than what they are currently paying in 2025. As one firefighter takes a deep breath through his gear, Chief Jim Walkowski says the equipment his crews are wearing as they fight fires are getting old and new ones are needed. Without this equipment,
we will not be able to continue to do our job that we normally do. And then thirdly, the people that are in that gear, the personnel that are in that gear, they are funded by this levy.
This dozer behind me played a key role in fighting the Gray Fire and has already been sent out to the 3 major wildfires within the county this year. If the levy is approved, it would help fund maintenance on equipment like this. For more information on this levy, you can visit our website at KXLY.com. In Meade, Marissa Rio. 4 News Now.
Well, election security has been a major concern for years. That's why the state is once again investing about $2 million across the state to make sure elections are safe and secure. Counties can use that money to do things like upgrade security software, hire IT security personnel, or make structural improvements. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a 16-year-old girl named Naomi Berry. She left her home near Holy Cross Cemetery yesterday morning. She was possibly seen in downtown Spokane just this afternoon. If you see her, you're asked to call Crime Check at 509-456-2233. Well, some military families are struggling to put food on the table. What agencies are doing to make sure those who served our country don't go hungry? And Lime scooters are once again finding their way into the Spokane River. Find out if your tax dollars are being spent to pull them out. Coming up in about 20 minutes. And find out how your own screen time habits could be impacting your child's development. That's next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV. Sign up for the 4 News Now Brainstorm at KXLY.com.
Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino brings you Steel Pulse to Spokane. Spokane Live, Friday, August 23rd on their 2024 Summer Tour. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
I started taking care of my mom about 5 months ago. She has dementia, and then being newly diagnosed with lung cancer, my mom was unable to stay in her home. Balancing work and caregiving has been a struggle. Knowing that Wall Cares will be available relieves a lot of stress. Having access to those funds would have helped so much, financially and mentally, because life is unpredictable. Wall Cares moves with you, even if you move out of Washington.
Do you have a storage problem? Wisman Storage Containers is your all-in-one local storage solution. We offer a variety of sizes and provide free delivery within the greater Spokane area. Wisman Storage Containers is your locally owned and family-operated storage solution. Don't just store. Secure your stuff today.
Our cost of living is out of control, and people are hurting. Gas, food, and housing prices are among the nation's highest. The cost of crime is soaring, and we're the worst for taxes and spending. As governor, I will fund what works, fix what doesn't, and stop spending money we just don't have. Bob Ferguson won't change a thing. I will, and that's the difference.
Dave Reichert.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Things just keep getting better at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our all-new resort hotel is now open. Experience the captivating expansion, state-of-the-art amenities, and exquisite dining. Book your stay now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. You just win here.
Welcome back. Screens are everywhere, and it's becoming more challenging for parents to regulate the impact they have on their children. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yart spoke with experts today who share how much of an effect all this technology can have and the simple things you can do to make it better.
Derek, today I spoke with parents who expressed how prevalent technology has become in the lives of their children.
Sometimes it's just like, I'm just going to text back really quick.
This is a sentence you might hear frequently. It is also a sentence therapist Ian Redfield tells me he has started to hear when working with clients.
When I've had sessions with like high schoolers, for them to even like not check their phone in our 50-minute session.
The time we use on our screens continues to rise, and its impact is felt across generations. A survey found that Gen Z and millennials spend over 6 hours a day looking at their screens. Susie Scarborough, a special education teacher at Joya, tells me this has had a trickle-down effect.
The child wants the screen. It's kind of eye candy for them.
Scarborough says this excessive technology exposure can impact the child's social skills, and that the screen time itself is often out of their control.
Extra hard to tell a parent, don't have technology around your child when technology is part of everyone's life.
With technology being everywhere, Lucas Brown has felt the challenge of parenting through this firsthand.
I think it can be frustrating, knowing that he's going to encounter it. It's kind of out of my control as a parent.
Brown says he has seen how glued young children can get to their devices.
It's everywhere. It's going to be wherever he goes, if he's going to friends' houses or family members' houses.
Experts tell me the solution to all of this is not simple, but it starts with setting an intention behind our technology use, not being mindless while we're on our phones, and learning to take breaks. You can find more recommendations on how you can limit the impact of tech use on your child's development on our website. Live in studio, Alexandra Cohen-Yart, 4 News Now.
Alexandra, thank you. Today, the U.S. Senate passed bipartisan legislation aimed at protecting children online. The legislative package is made up of 2 key bills. The Kids Online Safety Act requires platforms to provide safeguards for minors. That includes restricting access to minors' personal data and giving parents tools to supervise kids' usage. The other is the Children and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act that amends the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act of 1998. It strengthens protections relating to the online collection, use, and disclosure of personal information of children and teens. Both bills now head to the House for consideration.
We've got an incoming heat wave leaving us with temperatures in the hundreds. I'll let you know how long these hot temperatures will stick around coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
With Cascade Platinum Plus, I have upped my dish game.
Oh, and see, in that dishwasher.
Watch me.
Platinum Plus gives you the highest standard of clean, even in your machine.
Clean enough for you?
Yeah.
Scrape, load, done. Cascade Platinum Plus.
50th, dead last. Washington has the lowest number of law enforcement officers per capita of any state. That's unacceptable. As governor, I'll fix it. Public safety is my top priority. I'll hire more police and first responders, create a statewide response unit to tackle the fentanyl crisis, and invest the $1 billion I won from drug companies to increase treatment. Washingtonians must feel safe and be safe for our state to thrive.
Well, the Gamma Knife we have here in Spokane is the state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line Gamma Knife that is available in the world.
The brain is high-priced real estate. It's very important for cognition, physical function. You only want to hit the tumor and give very, very little dose to the surrounding brain.
It's the only machine capable of delivering this type of precision and with almost no interruption in any of the other treatments that they need.
Not only is this the best radiation technology, but it's delivered by a caring team of professionals who have been doing this for decades.
After driving cattle in the 1880s, hitting the hay could be a literal experience. But some lucky cowpokes got to sack out in a brand new Sealy mattress. And after 140 years, Sealy is still delivering a great night's sleep. That's why Denver Mattress is proud to offer the Sealy Posturepedic Plus Hybrid. With cool-to-touch covers, body-hugging memory foams, and motion-reducing coils, you'll sleep cooler and more comfortably all night long. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Sealy.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
We had a mild day today with plenty of clouds and even some lingering showers. We're taking a live look. Right now you can see we have some remains of that over in Kellogg and making its way over to Montana. Most of this activity is going to clear out overnight. For tonight, we have an overnight low of 59 degrees. It's going to be clear and mild, and we'll have light winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now tomorrow we'll heat up to 88 degrees. It's going to be a sunny and clear day, light winds here. This is our last taste of 80-degree weather. Now, for our air quality, we've been tracking this very closely, and this is the first time in quite a long while where we've had good air quality in the Spokane area. You can see right now the only area where we're seeing some moderate air quality is down in the Orofino area, but everywhere else we are doing much better here. Now, the next big thing we're tracking in our forecast is some excessive heat. We actually have a warning in place for Friday afternoon through Saturday morning. The entire area shaded in red on your screen is going to be impacted by some hot temperatures. We're looking at temperatures in the hundreds, even having the potential to break some records here. So like we said, keeping an extra careful eye on this. Now, as we mentioned, we do have the potential to break some records. We had 6 days so far in the year where we've gone over 100 degrees. Now, this is tied for our record. So looking at our forecast, which I'll show you in just a bit, we have 2 days that could take us over this to break the record with 8 days over 100 degrees so far in the year, and it's not even August yet. Now, for our highs today, tomorrow, we have temperatures in the 80s in Coeur d'Alene, 86, 84 in Sandpoint, and 85 in Kellogg. Over in Washington, we're looking at 93 degrees in Grand Coulee, 90 in Moses Lake, and 88 degrees in Spokane. Here's your planning forecast. We're in for quite a ride here. Tomorrow, 88 degrees. A great day to get outside and take advantage of these cooler temperatures. That's right in line with our average. Perfect late July day. Now Thursday, things take a turn and we'll hike up to 97 degrees for our high. Going to be a sunny day, so we won't have too much relief from clouds here. Now Friday and Saturday, those are the days you have to keep an eye out for. 103 degrees and 102 degrees on Saturday. Now, if you are outside, make sure you're limiting your time doing that, drinking plenty of water. But we're also going to be seeing some smoke come into our region from winds blowing that in from fires in Oregon and California. So Friday and Saturday, best to just limit your time outdoors if possible. Sunday will cool down, but not by all that much, to 97 degrees. And then we'll hang out in that upper 90s range for the beginning of next week also. And as we look to the future, we're going to be in this hot above average range for quite some time here. So get ready for it.
We'll do our best, Allison. Thank you. Well, summer tends to put hunger in the spotlight as millions of families make do without free or reduced price meals at school. Research shows active duty military families and veterans can be at even higher risk for food insecurity. So now agencies are trying to help. CNN's Karen Kaifa explains.
Prices have eased at the supermarket, but more than 3 years of elevated inflation took a toll.
It's staggering how many veterans who've served our country are struggling with food insecurity. It's also staggering how many people who are still in uniform, who are actually on active duty today, are experiencing food insecurity.
A 2023 report from the RAND Corporation found about a quarter of Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard personnel were food insecure. And the Department of Veterans Affairs cites findings that 1 in 9 working-age veterans lived in food insecure households between 2015 and 2019. The VA was joined by the U.S. Department of Agriculture for a summit last week to highlight resources for veterans.
The younger transitioning veterans, and then right after that are women veterans. Those are the two groups that we see have the highest risk of being food insecure.
Feeding America finds veterans and active duty military families can face similar obstacles to putting food on the table, like lower incomes and challenges to finding steady work either for active duty spouses or for veterans entering civilian life. Christine Going of the VA Food Security Office says access can be a hurdle too.
It's very often driven by economics, but it's also driven by things like transportation.
The goal of VA programs and specific military programs by groups like Feeding America is to help remove the stigma of asking for help.
You don't need to view hunger as your personal challenge. There is a network of people in this community that are standing ready to help you.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Well, Lime scooters and bikes are still ending up in the Spokane River. We'll explain who's responsible for fishing them out coming up.
It was a failure on multiple levels.
Plus, the acting director of the Secret Service is promising change following the failed attempt on former President Donald Trump's life, what he says the agency is doing to make sure this never happens again.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Princess Kate. Why was she nervous about becoming the Princess of Wales? Tomorrow, insider details from a royal author on Princess Kate, Prince William, their love story, even the time William broke up with her by phone before they were married. Tomorrow morning on GMA.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me from so done with you, girl. Poppin', man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
Now that's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
Bounce back fast from heartburn with Tums Gummy Bites and love food back.
Democratic candidate Carmilla Conroy doesn't fit our district. She wants higher taxes for the rich and Obamacare for everyone. Democrat Carmilla Conroy is too far left, and that isn't right.
I'm Michael Baumgartner, and I approve this message.
Home.
It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
So what do you think about these?
Yeah, we're going to take...
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. As your needs change, update your bathroom with aging and accessibility solutions designed to keep the space safe and stylish. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
The 4 News Now First Alert Weather app. Download or update it today.
Around the nation, the FBI and Secret Service members are testifying before Senate Judiciary and Homeland Security committees about the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. The acting Secret Service director acknowledging there were major failures and promising immediate changes. ABC's Rena Roy reports.
A fiery hearing on Capitol Hill today with senators pressing members of the FBI and Secret Service on the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. Acting Secret Service Director Ronald Rowe at times getting heated while recounting the events that day at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, when Thomas Matthew Crooks opened fire from a rooftop, grazing Trump's ear with a bullet, killing one bystander and injuring 2 others.
I could not, and I will not, and I cannot understand why there was not better coverage, or at least somebody looking at that roofline when that's where they were posted.
Rowe, who was second in command before former head Kim Cheadle stepped down, acknowledging this could have likely been prevented.
It was a failure on multiple levels.
Rowe testifying that agents from Trump's detail had no knowledge that Crooks had a gun prior to shots ringing out. Rowe showing photos that he says highlight that if local police sniper teams were positioned where he says they were told to position, they should have been able to see the shooter on the roof with the gun.
I think it was a failure to challenge our own assumptions. The assumptions that we know our partners are going to do everything they can. We assume that someone's going to cover that.
Members of the local sniper team telling ABC News exclusively they were texting about Crooks acting suspicious more than an hour before the shooting.
That communication needs to go over the net. It needs to go over a radio channel so that everyone has situational awareness of it.
Rowe also saying the Secret Service drone system, which could have detected the shooter and his drone, also failed because of poor cell service. Rowe told lawmakers he is taking immediate steps to avoid repeating failures, including expanding the use of drones, improving site communications with local partners, and increasing the number of security detail. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, Highbridge Dog Park is set to close next week for renovations, when it will reopen, and the upgrades you can expect coming up. Hackers are now trying to find ways to steal your travel points, why they're targeting them in the first place, plus what you should do to make sure they're protected. Those stories and much more coming up on 4 News Now at 6:30. Stay with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Well, it's almost election time.
Typical politicians trying to tell us they're conservative.
Yeah, well, that's not Congressman Newhouse. He worked with the liberals to try to remove Trump. And don't get me started on that Sessler.
He's not just a vegan.
Sessler wants a 30% tax on everything we buy.
Even my haircut.
Even my beer. He wants 30% if I want to buy new land.
So the choice is a never-Trumper or a vegan.
Tiffany Smiley.
Oh, Smiley's the one.
I really like her.
MWSA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When you use Angie for your home projects, you know all your jobs will be done well. Roof repair? Done well. Emergency plumbing? Done well. So the next time you have a project, join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their home. Get started at Angie.com.
Things just keep getting better at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our all-new resort hotel is now open. Experience the captivating expansion, state-of-the-art amenities, and exquisite dining. Book your stay now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. You just win here.
Denver Mattress has always believed in investing right here with American-made mattresses built with unrivaled quality and sold at factory direct prices. Because improving your sleep life should always be easy and affordable. And during the Anniversary 4-Day Super Sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get up to $300 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest. We specialize in advanced prostate cancer care.
I'm Dr. Aaron Wagner. I'm a radiation oncologist with Cancer Care Northwest. We have quite a few different treatment options for prostate cancer, ranging anywhere from standard radiation and IMRT approaches to SBRT to brachytherapy, a full spectrum of different prostate cancer treatments. We very much try to individualize their treatment plan for them.
I'm Chad Young from the Easy Home Buyer, and I pay cash for houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast for cash, call us today for your no-obligation as-is cash offer. We buy houses in any condition, and there are no fees, no commissions, and no repairs. We buy houses with tenants, fixer-uppers, bare land, even haunted houses. Woo! Call us today or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, enjoy the 80-degree weather while you can, because triple-digit heat is quickly approaching again. Let's send it over to Allison Martinez and for Chris Crocker to see when the next heat wave is expected to arrive.
Temperatures are warming up as soon as tomorrow, but the real heat wave will kick in on Friday. Friday afternoon to Saturday night, we do have an excessive heat warning in place. The entire area shaded in red on your screen is expecting temperatures over 100 degrees. Hot conditions with even the potential to break some records there. Now, as we move forward, here's our live radar. We have a much different picture right now. We have the remains of some rain in our region, particularly up north in Idaho. The Sandpoint area is still seeing summer rain this evening. Everywhere else, we just have some lingering clouds, and those are expected to fade out as the sun sets tonight. Now, for our temperatures right now, we're in the 70s in Idaho, 72 degrees in Sandpoint, 76 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, and 79 degrees in St. Mary's. Over in Washington, we're in the 80s for the most part, 84 in Spokane, 83 in Ritzville, and 88 over in Omak. 4 things to know about your weather. Will be warmer tomorrow, but then the heat wave really starts on Thursday. It's bringing with it more hot and dry weather and temperatures in the 100s this weekend. Now, here's our high temperature trend to give you a better picture of how quickly things are really warming up here. You can see that uphill climb leading us to 103 on Friday. And once we're in that range, we're really sticking around there. And as we look even to the next week and the week after that, we're looking to trend hotter than average. For tomorrow, it's your last taste of 80-degree weather, so if you have to be out and about for any reason, I would say tomorrow's a good day to get that done. Now, we're starting off the day at 64 degrees at 8 a.m., sunny skies, and we're staying with those sunny conditions all day long, so not a lot of relief from clouds or even any remaining rain here. Will be a hot and dry day. We'll reach 87 degrees for our high at 4 p.m. Coming up in just a few minutes, I'll tell you when those 100-degree temperatures will enter the picture.
All right, Allison, thank you. You could soon see more pickleball courts pop up across the city of Spokane. Tomorrow, the city's park board will consider a plan to establish a working relationship with the Spokane Pickleball Club. On your screen is video of 2 of the city's newest pickleball courts that opened in June at Corbin Park. They have nets and resurfaced courts, but not all courts across the city look like these ones. The memorandum says Spokane Parks currently provides a lower than average level of service for pickleball. If the city and the organization partner up, the pickleball club would be allowed to host paid tournaments after filing permits with the city, and all money from those events would go toward improving sport courts. Meanwhile, the Parks Commission would agree to focus fundraising efforts to build a regional pickleball facility. To see where that facility could be built, head to KXLY.com. Well, Highbridge Dog Park in West Spokane is set to close on Monday and won't reopen again until early October. During that time, crews will be renovating the park. Those renovations include small and large dog areas, agility features, more parking spaces, seating, improved lighting, and much more. The city says Highbridge Park will serve as one of 2 replacements for the unofficial South Hill Dog Park that was closed when the city built Peppersack Middle School. The other dog park will be right near the middle school. Well, Lime scooters have been zooming around Spokane for the past 2 months under a new contract with the city. After negotiations, a new contract was finally agreed upon for the use of scooters in the city. One of the main points of the agreement aimed to ensure that those scooters wouldn't end up in the river. But is it working? Our Hunter Bertram dove into the data thus far.
The weather's warm and the sun's out, and that means folks are getting out and utilizing Spokane's waterways. But they also are utilizing micro-mobility vehicles, such as Lime scooters. However, there's been a constant struggle in keeping those 2 avenues from crossing.
We don't want to lose this amazing resource that we have in our city for micro-mobility and really this great way we can get around. And we want to make sure that we're keeping our other resources safe.
When scooters arrived in town, they ended up on our riverbeds.
It's really similar to past years. We are getting a few reports, typically right around and under bridges. That's where we see them the most.
Caitlin Scott works with the Spokane Riverkeeper to maintain a healthy and safe river. Here are pictures of some of the scooters they've retrieved in the last 2 months. Lime has retrieved far fewer scooters than in past years, and the response time is faster, which the city and the Riverkeeper agree with.
Overall, I think the response times have gotten a lot better, and the word accountable is being served.
Lime told me that there have been 6 reports of limes ending up in the river since being back. All have been removed, with Lime fronting the bill for retrievals.
One thing we're doing is meeting more on a weekly basis. We're holding Lime accountable.
Accountability is what the city aimed for when selecting vendors, but the Spokane Riverkeeper still has concerns of when limes get into the river.
So really the risk is unknown. We don't know what happens to them once they're in the water.
Lime said the scooters and batteries are designed to be watertight and limit impact in these scenarios. To report scooters in the water, head to KXLY.com. In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, another big-time sporting event could be making a stop in Spokane, only this time it's on the ice.
Yeah, the Spokane Chiefs are right in the middle of it. Coming up next in sports, the major hockey tournament that could bring in thousands of fans from around the region, including Canada.
Plus, meet the inspiring skateboarder on his way to the Paris Games, determined to show the world why skaters with disabilities deserve their own event at the Olympics.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Our cost of living is out of control, and people are hurting. Gas, food, and housing prices are among the nation's highest. The cost of crime is soaring, and we're the worst for taxes and spending. As governor, I will fund what works, fix what doesn't, and stop spending money we just don't have. Bob Ferguson won't change a thing. I will, and that's the difference.
Dave Reichert.
Experience the magic and share the joy at Disney's Frozen, the spectacular new musical. From the producer of The Lion King and Aladdin, this beloved story comes to life on stage in an unforgettable theatrical experience. You've never seen Frozen like this.
Disney's Frozen is now on stage at First Interstate Center for the Arts through August 4th. Don't be left out in the cold. Get tickets today at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Join us at Mission Park Saturday, August 3rd for the Snap Resource Carnival in collaboration with Community Health Plan of Washington. Everything is free. Enjoy face painting, games, delicious food, and more. Gear up for the new school year and grab free school supplies, sports physicals, and a back-to-school outfit while supplies last. Learn about the Working Families Tax Credit and see if you qualify. Join us for the free SNAP Resource Carnival at Mission Park, Saturday, August 3rd. See you there.
Tongue-tie surgery for babies. Is it really necessary? Next, Inside Edition, are new moms being pressured to have their newborns' tongues cut?
Is the tongue-tie procedure being used on too many babies who may not even need them?
Then, the TV show Veep. How real is the show to real life? Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
I sleep really easy. It's football time.
Head coach Jake Dickert will be sleeping like a baby tonight. Dickert and the Cougs kick off fall camp tomorrow. Sports director Julian Minenzone joins us in studio. And Julian, Coach Dickert can hardly contain his excitement.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach slept in his office tonight. There's always an excitement surrounding the first day of fall camp. But for the Cougs, there are also a lot of unknowns. They still need to figure out who the starting quarterback will be. That's either John Mateer or Zevi Eckhouse. They will be playing a different schedule as part of the Mountain West Scheduling Alliance. And with a lot of new faces, it's hard to tell just how good this team could be, at least right now. So these questions, all of them may be alarming to some, but not for Coach Dickert.
It's like a kid in a candy store at Christmas. It's time to get going. This is what you work for. This is what you do. It's time to capitalize on the fruits of your labor. Football is a unique game. You practice it so much more than you play it. So to finally, have a game in sight and a target in mind is exciting for all of us.
And that first game is August 31st at home against Portland State. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for coverage of day 1 of Cougar Camp. The Eastern Washington Eagles kicked off their fall camp today. Head coach Aaron Best had one piece of advice for his team: be different. And they'll have to be. The Eagles are coming off back-to-back losing seasons for the first time in 30 years. That's something Eastern Washington surely isn't used to. So there's a lot of urgency and unfinished business going into camp for the Eagles.
But we got to get away from who we were. We're not that. That was then. This is now. So we've got to adopt that mindset, and we will be different from coaches to players.
Especially going the last 2 seasons not the way we wanted to. Like we want to get things going, and we want to be able just to like I said earlier, get back to where Eastern football is.
Now the Eagles open the season on August 29th at home against Monmouth. Spokane could soon become a hockey lover's paradise. The Spokane Chiefs are hoping to bring the 2026 Memorial Cup to the Spokane Arena. Think of it as a full-on hockey festival with games right in the middle of it. The Chiefs announced their intent to bid for the tournament. The 10-day event would be in May of 2026, and it features the 3 champions from each of the Canadian major junior hockey leagues. That's the Western Hockey League, Ontario Hockey League, and the Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League. The team representing the host city would also earn an automatic bid. There's also a fan fest and other events during the tournament as well. The Chiefs hosted the Memorial Cup in 1998, which at the time set attendance records. They say it could be even bigger this time.
Our team is trending in the right direction. We got a staff in place. Our relationship with the arena, with the city, the hotels, the airport, everything that goes into hosting this type of national championship, we check all the boxes.
And a decision on the host city will be made in December. There are multiple teams hoping to bring the Memorial Cup to their respective city. The Chiefs, though, they have a pretty good case with all the facilities. What they do is they put in a bid, say this is why it should come here, and then the Canadian Hockey League makes a decision.
And if you can say we set attendance records the last time we held it, that's a pretty good check for them. All right, did you catch any of the Olympics today?
A little bit. I've been following a little bit. I was at Eagles practice, but I was getting nothing but those women's gymnastics notifications on my phone. They are on fire.
I watched it while eating my breakfast this morning. Women's gymnastics once again winning big, helping Team USA earn a total of 21 medals so far. ABC's Inez de la Cuetara has a recap of today's events.
The U.S. women's gymnastics team, magnificent once again. The team taking home gold in a dominating performance in the team all-around. Led by Simone Biles, competing in all 4 events despite that calf injury, making her comeback after bowing out of the Tokyo Games to focus on her mental health. The Americans have medaled at every Olympics since 1992. On the tennis court, Coco Gauff has been eliminated from the women's singles portion of the Games. The reigning U.S. Open tennis champion was defeated in the 3rd round by Donna Vekic of Croatia. A lengthy argument with the umpire over a call reduced her to tears. Gauff later said she feels she always has to advocate for herself on the court. Germany defeating the Americans in the return of 3-on-3 women's basketball. In rugby, Sevens Team USA winning the bronze medal match against Australia. In the women's 100-meter backstroke, Americans Regan Smith and Catherine Burkhoff taking silver and bronze. Florida's Bobby Fink on the podium in the men's 800-meter freestyle. All this in the middle of a summer scorcher in Paris. Temperatures climbing into the mid-90s throughout the city. Visitors and athletes doing all they can to stay cool.
It's really, really hot right now, and without any help, and I think it's quite hard.
There has been water around, which has been really useful, so we can fill up our water bottles.
And cooler temperatures are expected in the coming days, but more rain is in the forecast. That's been affecting water quality in the Seine River behind me, so it seems unlikely that the men and women's triathlon events will be able to go on as planned tomorrow. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, Paris.
Well, with today's win, Simone Biles is now the most decorated U.S. Olympic gymnast in history, earning 5 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medals. Pretty awesome. Well, this year's Games is the second time skateboarding is being included. One skater who's in Paris won't be trying to bring home the gold, but will instead be trying to convince the world that a different kind of skating should be included in the Games. This is Nick Mullins from Detroit. He's an adaptive skateboarder. He was invited to test the skateboard course in a demonstration skate. Making sure he has enough speed and keeping his balance aren't the only obstacles Nick deals with while skating. He's also completely blind. He says he lost his vision after complications with a skateboard injury when he was 18 years old.
It ended up ripping my retinas from the back of my eyes like wet wallpaper. It was just enough to like, oh, there's light in the room. That's it. And then I went in for surgery. One day I remember just opening my eyes and that light was gone.
Nick says after losing his vision, he had to relearn to walk and function in day-to-day life. It took him 9 months before he felt ready to hop back on his board.
It was just a really long, rough journey to get where I'm at now. A lot of tears, a lot of effort.
And Nick adapts by skating with a cane in his hand and listening to the sounds around him.
The way that I see in my mind is I hear everything around me, but my brain is making up like a 3D world of what's around me inside of my head.
Nick says in Paris he will check the course out a handful of times to get an idea of the setup before his demo skate tomorrow. He says he can't wait to show the world what adaptive skateboarders can do.
You don't know what you're really capable of until you put yourself there and try, you know, and you can do some very incredible things. You just gotta.
Pretty amazing. Hopefully he gets, you know, the full love on the TV coverage of it as well.
He has to, absolutely. It's incredible.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we're gonna get hot here real soon again.
We are gonna get hot here, but some better news before that heat wave comes. You can check out a pretty amazing sight tonight. We have the possibility of seeing the northern lights across Washington and Idaho. We'll tell you how good your chances are looking coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Honeymoon phase over already, huh?
You know, these things normally take a while to figure out, and these
We get you compensated fairly and only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Did you know that Washington's biggest summertime playground is less than an hour away from Spokane? Lake Roosevelt National Recreation Area. Known for its 312 miles of open sandy beaches, unrivaled camping opportunities, boating, fantastic year-round fishing with over 30 species of fish, world-class bird watching, and the only houseboat vacation rentals in the Northwest. See you at Lake Roosevelt.
You heard what the doctor said, right, Dad? These pain meds, they're no joke. And this, it's an opioid. They can be very addictive.
But I need my strong pain medicine.
I know, Dad, I understand. Just make sure you only take what the pharmacist said. And keep it in this locking bag from the pharmacy so it's away from the kids.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll put this in the locking bag.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Protect the people you love from opioid misuse. Lock up your medication.
Denver Mattress has always believed in investing right here with American-made mattresses built with unrivaled quality and sold at factory direct prices. Because improving your sleep life should always be easy and affordable. And during the anniversary 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get up to $300 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
50th, dead last. Washington has the lowest number of law enforcement officers per capita of any state. That's unacceptable. As governor, I'll fix it. Public safety is my top priority. I'll hire more police and first responders, create a statewide response unit to tackle the fentanyl crisis, and invest the $1 billion I won from drug companies to increase treatment. Washingtonians must feel safe and be safe for our state to thrive.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
HAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
All right, Allison Martinez back with us here once again, and man, we went through that stretch of like all those 90-degree days in a row. This cool down has been so nice, but it's coming to an end.
It is coming to an end. We have our last traces of clouds, a little bit of moisture hanging out, but that's all going to disappear pretty much after the sun sets tonight. Here's a live look over Spokane. You can see those clouds. Those helped to give us a little bit of relief from the heat today, but things are taking a turn. Now for tonight, we have an overnight low of 59 degrees. It's going to be a clear and mild night with light winds, and this weather is perfect for what we have the potential to see tonight. We do have a chance of seeing the northern lights. Here's your aurora forecast. You can see this area in green right here going over Washington and northern Idaho as well, and this is the likelihood of seeing the aurora. We are in the lower range of the spectrum, but we're still in that range nonetheless. Now, thanks to those clouds that will be disappearing tonight, you do have the possibility of seeing them. Here's a few tips if you want to check them out. Now, first, you'll want to have your lights off in your car, outside your home. Get out of town. I know Cheney is always recommended as a great place to check those out in a dark area. Try your phone camera. That's definitely going to be your best bet for tonight's storm. It's not quite going to compare to the amazing lights that we saw in May, but your phone camera might be able to capture them. And the best time to look is from 9 p.m. to 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you do want to check them out, here's a look at the weather that you can expect. Now, we're fast forwarding to tonight at around 10 p.m. You can see we do have some lingering clouds here and there, but some of our areas, especially as we move more towards the central part of Washington, they'll be spared from some clouds there. But as we say, the later hours are the best time to check those out. Here's a look at midnight. If you can stay up for it, you might have some better chances of seeing the lights because our clouds will pretty much disappear by that time. Now for tomorrow, we have a daytime high of 88 degrees. Sunny skies and light winds. We're warming up little by little the next couple of days. Now, throughout the region, we're looking at 86 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 85 degrees in Kellogg, and 95 degrees over in Lewiston, 88 degrees in Spokane, 93 degrees in Grand Coulee, and 90 degrees in Moses Lake. Here's your planning forecast, giving you a better picture of the heat that we're expecting later this week. Tomorrow, your last taste of temperatures in the 80s, 88 degrees. Thursday, things pick up to 97 degrees for our high. And then Friday, we're looking at 103, and Saturday, 102. hot conditions, and we're also expecting a little bit more smoke to be seen throughout our region. Some of the winds will blow some of that smoke from fires over in Oregon and California. So for the weekend, it might be in your best interest to stay inside, stay in the air conditioning, stay hydrated for air quality and heat sake. Monday, lowering down to 97 degrees and 96 for Tuesday, but we're hanging out with these hot temperatures for quite some time here. It's not even August yet, and look at us.
Yeah, and take advantage of those cooling centers if you need to as well. All right, a new warning as many of us head out on summer travel. Hackers are hitting those hard-earned travel loyalty points. Lene Anderson of Texas planned to use her Southwest Rewards points to book a trip for her 20th wedding anniversary, but says when she logged into her account, she found out she'd been hacked.
When I went in to book, I realized that 165,000 points had been stolen from my account about 3 months earlier. I was extremely angry. I had been saving these points for over 10 years.
Anderson says those points for the flight she was booking equal to more than $1,500. Experts warned loyalty accounts can be an easy target for hackers with personal information they've accessed through data leaks.
The way the hackers are getting into these accounts is pretty straightforward. With a simple name and a password, you're typically gaining access to these sites.
Now, once the hackers have your points, experts say they're selling them online. Now, thankfully, Southwest refunded Anderson her points, but they say there are precautions you should take, like creating a new password and protecting your information. All right, as we head into our final break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Tuesday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Next ET, I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel scoop. We're with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Can't wait to get to work.
Plus, our fall TV preview.
Tune in.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Man, I'm so excited right now. The greatest group of all time. Name a musical instrument that might give you when you go to hell.
Bagpipes.
Celebrity Family Feud, new tonight on ABC.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here,
from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Calling all captains. Whether you're a pontoon pirate with a large crew or a solo rider who carves up glassy lakes, all lakes lead to Allsport. Allsport has a huge selection of Sea-Doo watercraft. Who has it all? Allsport has it all. Join our local team in celebrating 40 years in business. Financing available on Can-Am, Riker, Spyder, and more. If you're looking to make 2024 the most adventurous year yet, then have it all at Allsport, just off I-90 in Liberty Lake.
I'm Mike Kelly. As a business owner and citizen, I feel Olympia's overreach, just like you. That's why I'm running for Washington State Senate District 4 to push back.
Mike Kelly will safeguard families, secure a prosperous future, and is committed to accountability.
Washington's made mistakes, but there's hope. I know because I've made mistakes and made a comeback. So let's work together, because Washington's worth saving.
Paid for by Mike Kelly for Washington, Republican.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Susan Osborne. Susan is the Executive Director of Spokane Helpers Network.
It's really wonderful when people come up to us and let us know how much they appreciated receiving food when their cupboards, refrigerator were bare.
Susan is the driving force behind Spokane Helpers Network, delivering resources and necessities to neighbors in need.
Thanks to STCU for helping to make sure volunteers count.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. What do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY Plus.
Well, coming up tonight on Nightside, the incredible story of a dog named Ellie lost at sea, reunited with her family by a lucky twist of fate.
We're taking a look at our weather the next couple of days, and tomorrow is our last chance at catching temperatures in the 80s. 88 is our high tomorrow. Then we're heating up to 97 for Thursday. And Friday and Saturday, that's when we have some heat warnings in place. We have temperatures in the 100s, 103 on Friday and 102 on Saturday. We'll cool down for the end of the weekend and the start of next week, but not by all that much. We'll be hanging out in the upper 90s. Best to be on the water or inside, I would say.
No doubt about it. All right, Allison, thank you so much. Thanks for being with us here tonight. We'll see you on Nightside at 11.